Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. I've had some recent inquiries about where we can place the rear axle on our RVHaulers. And the purpose of this video is to introduce you to singling a truck mid versus singling a truck short and what they look like. When we refer to singling a truck mid, this is generally the looks that we get. The reason for singling a truck mid is it places that rear axle in a position that allows us to still have enough room to carry a smart car, and it also creates a visual balance. It looks visually even between that front axle and rear axle placement, and a mid position also ensures that we have reasonable length. We can get that hitch in behind the rear axle that you see here. So right in there, you know, we've got that space. We need about 36 inches for the ET hitch to be placed. But also, that axle being here, it ensures that, you know, if we left it longer, what happens is when we carry a smart car up there, we put our belongings in the drum box and we start to put our heavy things on the truck where we tend to want to carry them. We have too much weight here and we're at risk of overloading that front axle. So singling mid like this is what we tend to do in most cases if we're putting a bed on, if we're going to carry a smart car or some toys up there. Now here we have the RV hauler named Sasquatch. This is a Volvo 780 and it has been singled mid, and I'm using him to show you what we have underneath that bed that we were just looking at a moment ago. There's that ET hitch placed behind the rear axle. You'll see how it goes down in between the frame rails. So we can't put that hitch up on top. And mid position also allows us, you know, the fuel tanks end right there. And it allows us to put toolboxes in this space. Now let me show you a truck that's singled short for comparison. Here we have a Volvo model 670. The Volvo model doesn't matter so much, but what I'm trying to illustrate here is this is a Volvo that's been singled short. Now this isn't work that we had done. This was done before we got the truck here in our yard. We're doing some work on it, but you can see the hitch is behind the axle still. But take a look, that axle is tucked up really close to where the fuel tank is. Actually, if we were to single it, if I were to single the short, I would be tucking it up even closer. But take a look at the difference. So there is singled short, and there is what it looks like singled mid. Look at the space behind the sleeper, the room for a toolbox. The limitation of singling short is we won't have any room in here to put our toys. Swinging back to singled mid, we have to have enough room in between the smart car and the trailer to allow that trailer to jackknife full 90 degrees and still not strike that smart car. So there's a real limitation with singling short. And what I would mention to folks is some people say, well, I'm never going to carry a smart car, I'm never going to carry toys. However, if you do build a truck that is short like this, and you want to carry a vehicle later in the future, if you go build this bed back here, it really lessens your resale value. So I try to counsel my customers that if they can deal with the longer length that we have singling mid, if they can accommodate that, it really increases their resale value. People are wanting to carry a smart car, carry a toy in the future. Maybe that's not in your future, but other folks who may look at your truck when you're trying to sell it, that may be a deterrent to them. We can certainly create what's called a stinger. If we were to create a bed back here, we were to enclose this, we can put some toolboxes just behind the rear axle. We can create a frame extension that kind of bumps out so that it's kind of a parasitic thing that we can add later on. So we lengthen the frame rails, but it doesn't look all that great. Well, thanks for watching my video about the differences between singling short and singling mid. If you have any questions yourself about what you've seen today or some ideas, please use those comments fields down below here in YouTube. I like to receive those and I try to answer those as quick as I can. If you have other questions, I'm always open to receiving your phone call or your email. Here's our website. Thanks for watching.